So the Lord just released this. I have never known how he really felt about the Holocaust, but I know that there's always been a mystery to me, but I think to a lot of people, and that is, how could an entire nation have turned so heartless? And I was just discussing Germany with someone, which I know Germany's dear to his heart, and I know I'm from German background. And I know, well, there's a lot of Germans that are beloved by him. But the question I've always wondered is, how can a whole country have just turned into this? And so I was discussing Germany, and he said one of the reasons he loves them is because they did his will during the Holocaust, and they paid the price for it. He had to have the Holocaust happen. It was prophesied. It was foretold in the Old Testament. It's clear as day. And so that had to happen. So he just told me that he's the one that put the spirit in the citizens of Germany that allowed them to pretty much kind of almost be like zombies, so that what had to happen could happen. And he loves them for it, because for a lot of them, it wasn't their own will. He hid things from people. He wouldn't allow their mind to process. Like if someone told them what was going on, that maybe the Jews were truly being mistreated, etc., their brain would skip over it, like the veil he put on the Jews so that they can't see Christ. Oh, I feel like, I don't know, I feel good to know that human beings aren't, they're not as evil as Germany made things look. It's not as if just everybody can just consciously turn into pawns. No, they can't. They are pawns, but it's not that like normal average people would normally, in a group en masse, turn towards wicked, vile, evil, horrible, awful, indescribable perpetuations of evil against mankind. No, I was behind it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you know that the Holocaust had to happen because the prophecy was quite clear. How else could it have happened? I had to have written it. I had to have written it. But you don't know how many people's souls suffered after they woke up. I mean, it'd be good for them because suffering leads to righteousness, but you know what? It was pretty much so awful that most of them stopped believing in God at all. So yeah, my storyline led people to pretty much reject me. And then their brains, oh, the Germans have some very fine brains. Good DNA, some of them. See, if you're in the book of life and you're righteous and you come straight from me, you're coming back to me no matter what. But see, the people in the middle, the people that aren't quite wicked and aren't quite righteous, the middle 33%, I don't know which way they'll go when it comes time to choose if they're gonna believe in my son. It would appear that I've made quite a mess of things. How could I punish somebody for not believing in me when, well, what they witnessed was inconceivably evidence that a good and loving God cannot exist? I have contingency plans in place for just about everything. In the meantime, just know that, well, there's a lot of things in history that if you look closely enough and you understand the way of the Creator, you'll see my fingerprint all over it. You will see the world in a completely new way. If you haven't seen my previous videos, he's also admitted. He's also talked about how slavery was totally his design because he needed to get Africans out of Africa, certain family bloodlines, and put them in America, give them a chance at freedom and being righteously faithful no matter what is thrown at you. He's pretty happy with their faith. I mean, that's kind of a paradox. Some of my former students have very difficult lives, and they are constantly just praising the Lord. And then so many of my other friends, I don't know. He's got some shocking twists to reality that some of you will be quite impressed with your father. I'm such a badass. We're going to have so much fun when we get home and you learn everything I've done for everyone, including yourself. I can't wait. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Truly, I tell you, China, TikTok was my idea. Amen.